Oh man, this one could have ended badly. Tyreek Hill of the Miami Dolphins was detained and arrested by police before Sunday's game on the way to work. Unbelievable. But before I get into this breaking story, make sure that you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Well. 30-year-old Tyreek Hill, who is a wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins, was arrested and detained by police before Sunday's football game. I think by now we've all seen the video. It's come out, it's been released, and it's just I don't even know what words to use. Getting pulled over for speeding. And then one thing I want to point out is the cop asked him in the video, "Why aren't you wearing a seatbelt?" I'm going to be honest, that's a valid question. You would think that while the officer was walking up to your car, you would have put on your seatbelt. I mean, I'm sure we've all done it before. You're driving without a seatbelt, and I don't know, I just would think it would be common sense. Now, I know he's a multimillionaire. I know that he can afford a citation, but either way, why would anyone want to bring more problems into their life? But that's just one thing I noticed in the video. So Tyreek Hill was pulled over for speeding, and then he was approached by the officer, and the officer pointed out he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. It appears that Tyreek Hill showed him some paperwork, and he rolled his window back up, and that's where the problem started. Tyreek Hill did not like the way that the police officer was knocking on his window, and I must admit, I have been pulled over by the police as well, and I do not like when they knock on the window like that either. However, I would have to see what the law is if the police can knock on your window like that. But as you guys seen in the video, one of the officers, who has to be Latino based on his accent, man, he was fired up. And that's one thing about police, they get angry really quick. And a second officer, you could hear in the video saying that they will break that window open. So apparently you have to, if the officer asks you to keep your window rolled down, I'm going to assume, without knowing the law, that you must have to do it, because another officer was on video saying that they would break open that window. So man, this is just not really good, obviously. And as far as Tyreek Hill scoring a touchdown, I did not like the fact that him and another teammate reenacted him getting handcuffed. I thought that that was tasteless, classless, and it just made me think of other black men that may have not had the same fate that he had. You know, if Tyreek Hill was just Tyreek Hill that, works at the corner store, or just a regular person, this scenario could have ended a different way. And it also appears on the video that one of the officers knew who he was, because you could hear him say it. That could be another reason why it did not escalate to the point that it could have. And I will say that by watching the video and hearing what Tyreek had to say before the video was released, do I think that Tyreek Hill was very respectful? No, I don't think he was very respectful. However, I don't think that there's any law that states that you have to be respectful when the police pull you over. And I think that what got the officer very angry is that he did not keep his window rolled down. And anyone who's been pulled over by the police or has had a what we will call it a incident with the police. Some of these police officers, you're gonna do what they want you to do, whether right or wrong or whatever. When they ask you to do something, if you don't do it, they will get very angry, and they want to show you in these scenarios who is the one that enforces the law and who you must obey. So you have to be very careful, especially he is a black man. You are a man and you are black. That is enough said. I'm not even going to go into any details about being a black man and getting stopped by the police. So I think that him and his teammate reenacting him getting handcuffed was just a disgrace. I don't agree with that. I hope Tyreek Hill's mother or father beats him for that. I did not think that that was cool. That I don't think it's a laughing matter when there are people that have died from altercations from the police. So it's not something to make a mockery of. And second thing I will say is that the first officer that seems to be Latino, he did come back for one more when Tyreek Hill was sitting on the sidewalk. So I think right there, based on what I saw, Tyreek Hill was handcuffed sitting on the sidewalk. He didn't seem like a threat. Or that he was going to do anything, and the cop came back and tackled him, so he might get something for that. As of right now, the cop is on leave. Not sure if it's paid or not, but we will see what happens with this story. And, another thing is a few other Miami Dolphins players saw Tyreek pulled over. One of them even got arrested or handcuffed, I'm sorry. And it's just a big mess. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that the Miami police was racist in any way based on the video that you saw? Personally, I mean, there's no way to know for sure if someone is racist or not. And they did not say anything on the video that you could actually prove that they were racist. However, I do believe that the reason why it escalated to the point that it did was because Tyreek Hill did not keep his window rolled down. I would have to know the law if you have to keep your window rolled down when the police pull you over. And do the police have the right to break your window open if you don't keep your window rolled down? Oh man, this is just not good. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. If the Miami police, you believe that they were racist, how do you feel about the conduct of Tyreek Hill? It has not been announced yet what speed he could have been going to have caused this. So thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.